Hello, this is Sharelike. Thank you for looking in. I'm well known on the motorcycle forums for modifying clutch baskets for the SV1000 Suzuki and DL1000 Suzuki V-Strom. The bikes develop a nasty vibration through the whole engine, somewhere around about 2000 RPM up to 4000 RPM. It's typically there in all or most of the gears as you accelerate briskly or gently through that engine range as you take off and get underway. The main culprit is the clutch basket. They deteriorate, and people have been sending them to me for the last 5 years to have them modified to overcome the problem. This is a 2014 manufactured basket, made in May 2014 actually. It's only October now. Just to show that this is a recent made unit, I've recreated in pen there the 1, 4 and the E, which are there in the casting mark. You could just see in the metal there a 1 and a 4, underneath it an E. 2014 E being for May. Now the big problem when I first opened this basket up was that once I took the plate off, I have to then drive these rivets out. I've cut the heads off the rivets and then I have to drive them out through the alloy. They were very slack in the alloy, they weren't very tight at all, so that leads to a problem later in life, that this plate starts to fret loose on the surface. All part and parcel of the problem. The other big area of concern is that this bearing in the middle, which should be nice and tight, that's the bearing between this gear and the aluminium basket, which allows the unit to deflect with the springs, making the interface between basket and gear. The bearing there has got far too much play in it. When they are worn, when they're used, the problem has been that this surface finish on here has been quite poor. This is much better, and it takes away the aluminium in the basket bell there. Now if we look in this one, it's already got serious amounts of, well, not wear, but damage really from the manufacturing process. So it's not really going to be a good bearing for the life of an engine. The other problem is that this plate here is generally never a very good fit. It's intended to stop the springs eating into the aluminium of the basket, so the steel springs only work against the steel, which is good, but then these used to eat their way into the aluminium, so the slightest bit of movement there will fret further and further and further over the miles, and the plate will eat into the alloy, so that's not tight. So the job is to put a proper bearing in there with a decent finish on the hub of the gear, replace the rivets with high tensile bolts, and fasten this plate nice and firm so that it doesn't fret about and work its way in. Say this is a 2014 made basket, and it's of concern that Suzuki still aren't getting them right from brand new. This will be going in the current model of V-Strom bike as well, which is not good news. Okay, thank you very much for looking in.